What's up, everybody on Twitch? What's up? Thanks for coming over here to twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. And we're going to do State of the WWE Live. It's been a while since I've been live. I know that some people say, oh, why don't you do it on YouTube? But, you know, trying to get exposure to the Twitch account, which I'm going to be streaming video games from, streaming WWE 2K, and also just doing podcasts live from over here, just as much as I may be doing them on YouTube as well. There's a decent amount of news today to talk about. Jake can't be here. He's got some stuff that he had to do, and you know, it's a weird time of night. So there's a couple people that might be joining us tonight that you haven't heard before, maybe a couple that you have. But also on the phone now is BSP Wrestling Show. Is that what I can announce your YouTube channel as, by the way?
Yeah, you can just call me Gene though if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, Gene, because I saw your thing and I thought Gene Okerlund, so I was like, holy balls.
Right.
Yeah, I think I pissed everyone off at the FanFest because, like, I knew Gene was there and he'd been doing the holy balls thing a lot, so I've been saying that to everybody. And if you watch one of my reviews, like the old referee, Jimmy Corderas, I did it to him and he was like, just like, what kind of loser are you? And
oh my goodness.
but Gene did it and it was funny. Like, he did the holy ball. Like, he was like willing. Like, Jimmy Corderas was almost like, why would you say that to him? And I'm like, because that's what he does. Don't you get it? Jimmy Corderas has like a Canadian stone-faced personality. I don't know how to explain it. Like, he didn't think anything was funny, but
he didn't get it.
His book was all right, and he was auctioning off his worn WrestleMania WWE referee shirt.
Why would anybody want that?
Well, that's the thing. Well, first of all, you know, I could see someone wanting it. The problem was he was auctioning it off there, and there wasn't a lot of people for the most part. And it was like, he was like, the bidding starts at $300. And I was like, dude, we are in Providence, Rhode Island right now. Like, these are wrestling fans in Providence. And you're telling me, I think it was, yeah. I swear to you, it was, yeah, the bidding started at like $300. And Leah, do you remember that?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, she goes, yeah, that's ridiculous. And all I could think was, I feel bad for him because, like, I think he thinks, like, this is going to, like, sell, but there's no way. Like, I mean, if you put it on eBay, it would. You know what I mean? Like, some wrestling fan somewhere is going to be like, that's cool, I'm going to buy that. But
right, yeah, for sure.
With the income level right now and with everyone being strapped for cash, you know, to just be like, oh, randomly auction. Because I told him, I said, I even might be interested in something like that, but I did not bring $300, you know, and I actually wouldn't be able to do it. So
that's freaking outrageous. Like, what made him think that was just cool?
I wanted to tell him, don't do it here, do it on eBay, because you could probably get that or more on eBay. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
like,
you could put it up for bid and get a whole lot more than what he's asking for.
Yeah, I told him maybe it would go today for $50 to $100, maybe today for that much. But to start it at $300, I just don't believe. I couldn't even believe that. But and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're excited to see what it goes for." I'm like, I don't think it's going. You know, I wanted to say it.
Don't get your hopes up too high.
You know, I meant to write the state of the WWE that this is, but I didn't. But I'm gonna start this thing off with. Let me just check the chat real quick. Hey, what's up, everybody? We got over 147 viewers on Twitch. That's not bad for Twitch. What's up, guys? I want to start it off by saying Dave Meltzer was talking earlier about Aiden English's breakdown and it being a stab at Mauro Ranallo. Like, I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't know. What do you think about that?
I kind of agree with it. Like, the way he broke it down, it was just like, you know, Aiden English's gimmick is like he's the drama king. So that he just had like this mental breakdown in the room.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Shot at Mauro, since he, you know, went on that pay-per-view he did and was like, oh, it feels great to say professional wrestling again. Maybe they were just trying to take a shot at him through their wrestling show. So
yeah, it was like it was a reaction shot to that. I get what you're saying, yeah, because he did take that shot and then they took one maybe. And maybe it was a very subtle one because yeah, Aiden English is like, the whole thing is like drama and he's over the top, so he's sort of in character. So I could see someone saying that's ridiculous, it has nothing to do with it, but then I can also see how it is related. Thanks to TDA95 and Car MC and Chopos180 and Joey Cool for following me on Twitch. Appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know. You can't put it past WWE, to be honest. So, you know, I could see it being, you know, on purpose, but
Another thing is like when he was in the backstage and Chris Jericho was getting interviewed by Renee Young, he was just like, "There's no crying on SmackDown Live," and I was like, "Wow, okay." Now that I think about it, with the whole thing that was going on, maybe that was a shot. Like they just took it the extra level.
You're
Aiden
right.
English hasn't got that much TV time in a long time.
Yeah, that's a great point. Maybe it is a shot. Yeah, there's no crying on SmackDown. I didn't think about that. I will cry if I want to. Like, I don't know. I wish I could sing like just like he does. That'd be really funny, but I can't. I'll work on that though. Maybe I could. Again, just for the new people coming in, and this will be uploaded to YouTube, so anybody that does miss any of it, this will go up on YouTube as always with State of the WWE. But again, your BSP wrestling show on YouTube, right?
Yeah, that's my wrestling channel. On
Anybody
YouTube.
anybody likes him, go check out his channel. He's only got 300 subs right now, which is, I think, ridiculous. But you just started too at the same time. So, did you really start because you're listening to me and JD? That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, there was one more guy I listened to as well, and just all three of you guys together just made me want to start talking wrestling.
That's what does it for me too. Like if I start listening to, I listen to a lot of podcasts and I listen to radio my whole life. So like right after I hear someone else's program, I'm like, I want to do an hour show on something. So yeah, but I listen to it and it's good. So you'd think you'd been doing it for longer. You'd think that it wasn't because of that. So it's good. You go through the entire thing, breaking it down the whole way. Very similar to like good mic work or something like that. So I think it's good. But
thanks, man. I appreciate that.
what do you think about Emma? So Emma like might be injured, and it looks like it's because Sasha did the double knees in the corner and came down on her arm and might have maybe separated a shoulder or pulled a shoulder or something like that.
Oh my God, that's just devastating news for her because she just got back and now she's probably injured again. Like, I hope it's just like a small injury. It's not going to keep her out for 6 to 8 months again. We just went through this whole thing where's Emma at? Why are they not debuting her? It took like 11 weeks of vignettes and everything. She gets back and she's looking good and maybe they can start doing something with her. And now this happens. Just, oh, it's devastating.
Yeah, dude, it sucks for her. It's like wicked depressing. It seems like this happens like with a lot of people, like whether whoever it is, it's like they're always dragged down. There's always something holding them back. This happened to Cesaro for a while, but now it really feels like it's Emma is just friggin' cursed at this point, and Sasha's kind of cursed like in a way too. Like even though she's not hurt, I mean it's like the booking of Sasha is awful, and it makes me wonder, like, is Emma really ever going to be booked right even when she does get better, or is this going to make it worse, or how negative is she seen by them now? Because even they're kind of like spiteful in a way, or they're like irrational with that. Like they can be like, well, even if it's not someone's fault and anybody can get hurt, it definitely seems like they could crap on Emma at this point for going forward until her contract runs out, just because they're upset. They do blame her for being injured. You know what I mean? Like they actually do blame you for being injured, even though they shouldn't.
Yeah, because accidents happen in the ring, but it's just like, well, this is happening more often than not, and every time we try to push you a little bit, it seems like you just get hurt and something always happens. So yeah, they probably don't trust her that much anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, guys, I will work on the Twitch mods, too. We're live on Twitch, and I know the modding is, like, insane right now, but we had some issues, so I had to make it really tight. I will fix that. I'll make it more loose. I'll make it more like a whore for you guys. I want the Twitch mod to become like a whore, just open up to everything. If you guys want to donate live during State of the WWE, you can. The PayPal link is down below. You can do it on your phone or on the desktop on your computer. I don't think you can do it if you're watching only on Xbox. You'd have to pick up your phone to do it. But it's in there if you do want to message me live or ask a question, donate live. The PayPal is there. If not, you don't like doing that, maybe you want to support monthly on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. But thanks for just being here, because we're trying to see what we can do here on Twitch. This will be uploaded to YouTube later, as I said before. And I want to thank you guys for getting me to over 48,000 subscribers on YouTube. And we're doing about 700,000 to 1 million views a month on YouTube, which is pretty crazy. Never, ever did I envision that happening if you could rewind back 4 years ago. So that's pretty fucking awesome. Anybody out there who does start wanting to stream or podcasting or whatever else, just know that, I failed for 7 years straight. And then it took me 1.5 years when I relaunched to do anything. And so it can't happen. It's an uphill battle, and usually you just got to make adjustments. So yeah, Emma's injured. Hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully it's not long. I don't know if there's any new information on it. If there is, maybe someone could let us know. I will take phone calls, 339-226-6610. I'll put that up on the screen in a second too. And moving on from Emma's injury or whatever is going on with Emma, if she's, I mean, we know the referee threw up the X symbol. We knew that she stayed in the ring after everybody else and was helped to the back later on. But we don't know I don't know anything else at this point. Moving on, WWE Swerved was canceled. We really couldn't figure it out. We knew that, you know, like some of the WWE wrestlers like weren't happy that they were being pranked and people were starting to get pissed off, and we really just thought that was it. But now it turns out that Titus O'Neal's being sued, and it's something from 2015 that happened. So now we kind of know what the catalyst was for that happening, and it was that, you know, somebody pranked Titus O'Neal. In my video, I did it on YouTube today. He basically, I think he kicked a cameraman, and the cameraman said he hurt his wrist and fingers and hand or whatever, and now he's being sued for $1.2 million. But it looks like Titus O'Neal is being sued and not the WWE. What do you think about that?
This happened in 2015,
yeah,
and it's just now coming up now.
Well, I said that too, but I don't know if that means that it's just filed now or if it took that long to get through to the courts. Or, or you know what I mean? Obviously, if the guy just starting it now, there's something wrong. That's probably gonna get it thrown out right away. But you know, usually these things, it sounds like it leaked out because TMZ like got this information somehow. So
how the hell did they get that? I don't know.
No idea. They're not telling us. I mean, it's weird because they like work with WWE sometimes, and they usually let WWE know, like, hey, guess what? Hey, wanted to let you know we're running this story. You know, so they kind of have an exchange where it's like WWE will do things for them and with them, and at the same time they'll do things for WWE. And like one of those things might be like, hey, WWE, we're running this story today. We're just letting you know it's going to be about Titus O'Neal. We know that he's in a lawsuit, da-da-da. And they'll sort of make WWE aware of it first so that they can be prepared. You know, tell Titus, tell everybody, you know, don't talk to anybody. This is going to come out. So I don't understand fully that relationship, but I get it kind of. But, you know, in my opinion, I think because they honestly put Titus in this dangerous situation to me, I mean, without video footage, we won't really know. And I know that I said this in my video earlier that, you know, Titus is in charge of his own, you know, emotions and shit. But at the same time, you were fucking shocking this guy, you know?
Yeah, that's just crazy. Like you said it in your video, like maybe he took a long flight, just got to the hotel, he's tired, they have him come down and do this thing, and he's just not aware he's about to get pranked because it's a prank, and then you freaking shock him. Like somebody's natural reaction could be to fucking hurt you. Like,
yeah.
You can't expect him to just be, oh, look, it's a prank. Cool. You just shocked the hell out of me, but I'm fine with it. Cool.
Yeah, they tried to fucking Daddy 05 everybody, and then they got slapped in the face. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, I was watching that video the other day about that kid Cody, and I was like, man, imagine if they were, like, doing this to him, and out of nowhere he, like, punched the dad or something. And, like, you know the dad would go nuts and go crazy on this kid, but on the flip side, you know that the kid actually would be justified in doing it. Like, he would literally be standing up for himself. I watched more of those videos the other day, and my God, those people suck. Like, at first I was like, you know, don't take the kids away, just get them counseling, you know. But then I've been watching more of the videos, and I'm like, nah, get these people out of here. Like, this is what the hell.
They've been like that for the longest. Yeah, they don't need their kids. Like, that's just ridiculous.
But anyway, so yeah, so you think WWE should be sued and not Titus, or at least WWE should attempt to pick up the bill for Titus? You think?
Yeah, I think they should, because it's not something he went into knowing what was going to happen. So he probably, you know, just basic human reaction, just freaking freaked out and just, you know, went off on somebody. Like, yeah. I mean, of course, you know, don't just go and attack people, but you just got shocked. Like, he's trying to retaliate and protect himself from that happening again. He didn't know at the moment it was swerved.
Yeah, and if he, like, stabbed the cameraman or something, like, that's going too far. But, I mean, I say, like, equal, you know what I mean? You're getting shocked, you know. You might punch someone in the face, you know. That would be kind of acceptable in a way. Yeah. I mean, I know that, I mean, if he didn't know it, and here's the thing, my theory actually is that he kind of knew about it. Like, they knew about Swerved, and they were already getting aggravated about it. And Titus might have said, you know, don't do that to me. You know, don't do that to me. And then it happened to him, and not only that, he got shocked. 571, you're on the Joe Cronin Show, State of the WWE Live. What's up?
Oh, what's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
I just wanted to talk about the, you know what, how you said, you know, you guys think her push is gonna and with her getting injured again. But I have to I think I gotta I'm not sure she ever really had a push to begin with, because if you look on Monday Night Raw when Alexa Bliss's coordination.
Are you talking about Emma? You're talking about Emma, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Emma.
Okay.
So when Alexa Bliss addressed every woman she thought would be a threat to her in the division, she didn't mention Emma. She didn't mention Dan Brooke, which she shouldn't, by the way. She didn't mention any woman. She didn't mention Emma. So it's obvious they don't have any plans of Emma getting any type of push whatsoever. She mentioned Sasha, Bayley, and Nia. Along her, those three along with Alexa Bliss are the only women that are actually getting any type of women's title or any type of program. I don't think they had anything planned for Emma to begin with.
Well, you know, you got a good point. I mean, I think they were sort of just trying to break her back in slowly. Like, just, you know what, don't have this big unveiling of her coming back. Just have her come in, be like a dummy wrestler for a little while, and then build it up and see what happens. And they might still be mad at her, too. We'll talk about that in a second after this donation. He is the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Hey Joe, I'm going to Comic-Con in Niagara Falls, Canada in June, and Ryback will be there.
Yeah.
What should I say to him when I meet him? Love your show, man.
Canadian girl. Wow, I love Canadian girls. Well, he'll probably be nicer to you, Canadian girl, especially if you're really nice looking. And thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. I would say to Ryback, say this. I would say, hey, Ryback, listen, I would tell Ryback you're a fan of him, but also tell Ryback that, hey, listen, Ryback, I actually started listening to your podcast because of Joe Cronin, because he talked about your podcast. So I know that you have some kind of problem with him, but I like Joe and I like you, and he got me listening to your podcast and something like that. And then see what he says. You know what I mean? He's not gonna punch you. He's not gonna punch you. He didn't punch me. He's not gonna punch you. You know what I mean? He did talk about me being killed in a pit of spikes. Pit of spikes. Mortal Kombat. You ever seen Mortal Kombat? I want to put Joe Cronin into a pit of spikes. I swear to fucking God. You know, there's a lot of people that want to put me in a pit of spikes. I'm misunderstood by so many people, it's unbelievable. Like, to this day, like, I'm the one that helped Tommy NC 2010, like, make that video and do all those things that he did. But to this day, Keemstar still believes that I, like, fucking, like, mooched off him, or I'm some weirdo that just follows him or something. And it's like, nah, I'm his friend. Like, this happens with so many people. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm blocked by all these people. I don't give a crap. But yeah, seriously, go up and just be like, I say this to everybody. When anybody goes out and sees Ryback, tell him, be like, listen, Ryback, I listen to your show now, and I like you and shit. Just make up stuff. I don't know. And then just say, you know, and it's because of Joe Cronin. And just that'll really just start. What?
I listened to his podcast. I've been listening to his podcast. And then, like, the whole thing went down with you and him. And then I listened to him talk about you on his podcast. I'm like, what the fuck? Because you guys had the video. I'm like, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
He said you were walking around, like, well, like looking like a hillbilly or something like that. Or I don't know.
I will say that with my ugly facial hair that was growing, I did look a little bit redneck because I was walking around with a beer. You know, I had that goofy, my facial hair looked creepy. You know, I'm very white, so I'm very pale. So he turned me into like farmer's tan, redneck, straw hat, all with a beer, you know. So he was kind of half right. I get what he was saying. But the point is, like, what he was doing was making me out to be a joke, which is fine because that's funny. But the problem is, this motherfucker, if someone did that to him, he would be like, oh, you lying piece of shit. Like, and how dare you lie about me? But he basically did the same thing, and it was okay. So,
yeah,
you know.
It was like he was talking about, oh, you know, I told him he has this platform and he can be positive. But he didn't mention how he just was, like, completely dogging you out, like, you're just a piece of shit. Like, he didn't talk about the shit he did when you guys had your confrontation. He was just like, oh, yeah, you know, I just told him to be positive. He tried to make himself look good.
Right.
That was what I had a problem with.
Basically, he's a liar. I mean, first of all, he's got a robot on Instagram, and his robot just is interacting with people on Instagram. It's liking my photos. Like, he's liking my photos, but I found out he's not actually liking my photos. It's a robot program. Just like we found out most of his followers on Twitter are fake. So he buys fake followers on Twitter, and he also interacts fakely with people on Instagram. So I thought it would be funny to put up a photo of Ryback that says, like, hey, I'm a loser, or like I'm a dumb dickhead and I do steroids. And then it would be funny when his auto robot, which likes all the pictures I post now for some reason on Instagram, which I don't even know why that happened. I have no idea why. When he then he'll like the picture, and then I'll take a screenshot of him liking the picture that says he's a lying douchebag, and that'll be funny.
Yeah, so. I actually, like, you know, I follow you on Instagram. So, like, one day I just saw a picture, and, you know, when they have, like, a top confirmed account that likes something that you follow, it'll show, like, the big guy Ryback and these people like the photo. And I looked, I'm like, what? Ryback liked his photo? Didn't he just say he wanted to put him in a pit of spikes? Like, how the hell is he liking his pictures on Instagram? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and now we know it's literally just because of BS. Is a Kane donation.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
This one always makes me laugh. It still makes me laugh.
Shout out to my Preds today. Also throw Jared follow Will in a pit of spikes. Used to be a big fan of Kings of Leon.
Yeah, the Kings of Leon, they get used a lot. They get used a lot by WWE. Thanks Cody Jenkins 55 for the 666 donation, and Eddie for the follow. Phantom Gamer for the follow, and Dante the God for the follow as well. Let me see if I can fix this. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. Oops. The big
These donations are amazing, dude.
God, I'm just looking at the damn the chat. The donation link is down below. It's the PayPal logo. So if you go down below, the PayPal logo is there. The donation amounts aren't listed on Twitch yet. I'll try to figure that out. But you can check them out on my YouTube page at least, so just you can see what's up over there. I'm trying to see if there was any update on Emma yet, and I don't see an update for Emma. 339-226-6610. I will take your calls now as well if you guys want to call up. Impact Wrestling is still holding the Hardys hostage, and it looks like Matt Hardy's now responding. Shows they do not care about the fans. And then he goes, at Ed Nordholm wants to keep my creation, the Broken Universe, hostage from fans who wish to see it. Wow. So, I mean, like, I got to tell you, I can't say directly what happened, but I basically, you know, have reached out to the Hardys and many people multiple times, as we know, you know, they know who I am and we talk. And every answer I've gotten from everybody in their camp is basically that they're working on trying to get it as quickly as possible, and it is a fact they are doing that. They have been doing that since the beginning, and that was always the plan. And the plan was to stall as long as possible until they could get the gimmick, make sure everything's working. It sounds like things are not going in their direction right now, and that TNA is basically happy with cock-blocking them as long as possible.
I fucking hate TNA. Like, it's just so stupid. They didn't want to pay them and, like, have them have creative freedom and let them go do their bookings. They wanted to control them. They didn't care about making them happy before they left. Then they leave, go back home to WWE, and I was just, oh, no, we created your whole broken universe, so we're not going to let you do it now. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, it's really BS. And, you know, a lot of people say, like, well, Joe, you know, why are you so mad because... You know, you don't get mad that WWE has done this forever to people and that Cody Rhodes isn't allowed to use his own father's name and all these other things. Well, let me get into that real quickly. First of all, I do not agree, and definitely Cody Rhodes not being able to use the name is disgusting and despicable by WWE. However, why I'm not raging about it, why I'm not flipping out about it is because everything that WWE has done, it's the opposite. WWE holds these copyrights and things from Cody. Cody goes on to become a bigger name than he ever was in WWE right now. He is so popular on the indie scene. He is flourishing, and he's just kicking ass. And to be honest, the fact that WWE held him down is working for him on the indie scene. So I'm not mad because he's really not losing out. In fact, he's just dominating on the scene right now. So that, even though WWE kind of sucks for that, you know, he's kind of like, in spite of them spitting in their face and he's kicking ass, so I'm not worried about that. Whereas the Hardys aren't what they are without this broken gimmick right now, because they're still the Hardys and they're amazing and they're awesome, but the longer they're here as just the Hardys, the more they need to rely on their big moves and crazy Jeff Hardy stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like Matt Hardy had a gimmick that was like the hit gimmick of the wrestling industry in the world. This is the hottest commodity almost in wrestling, it seems, and he's not being able to use it, and you're being denied it. And here's the other difference about it. Matt Hardy, number one, created most of it, almost all of it, on his own from the beginning. He did have ideas and help with other people, but he created this fucking thing. Number two, he put up his own money to fund the deletions and to fund these things. Number three, he came up with the Vanguard ones and the boats. Rebby's father worked for free. They had Maxwell involved. All these things. He created this. It wasn't the WWE giving someone a character and now they can't use that character outside the WWE. This was, he created it. He put his own money into it and let TNA use it. Also, TNA agreed they could use it. TNA said, this is yours. TNA people that worked with him when he did this, the people in charge, allowed him to use it and said, it's yours. They basically had an agreement that it's going to be fine. But when new ownership purchased and came in and Anthem came in, all of a sudden they said, no, all that stuff they said isn't true. We actually want to own this. And the people that are saying we own this are people that had nothing to do with it in the first place. So the closest argument you can make for like this happening in the WWE, and I'd agree with you, is the Dudleys. The Dudleys came from ECW and other places with this Dudley Boys gimmick and Dudley Family and all this other stuff, Team 3D sort of thing. And when they came into WWE and used it, but then they were not allowed to use it leaving WWE. So that is probably one of only a tiny amount of examples where this has happened before. And it did make me mad, but we're talking about, like, what? Like 7 years ago or 6 years ago or 7 years ago? I don't even know. So I'm sorry, I didn't have YouTube then. I didn't have a podcast then that anybody heard here. And so you didn't hear me ranting and raving about that. That's true. But if that was going on now, I would rant. I'm not going to go back 7 years and rant on something that happened 7 years ago now. I'm going to talk about the current. Never before in history has a wrestler created the entire gimmick, funded the gimmick themselves, and then came up with so many things to help a company, been told that it's theirs, and then have someone buy the company and say it's now not theirs and then tie it up in court. Anybody who supports TNA should piss on TNA at this point because they're taking away the gimmick from you. The only people that aren't mad about this are people that just didn't like the gimmick in the first place or never even bothered to watch it. Those are the only people that can possibly not be unhappy about this. What do you think?
I stopped watching TNA years ago. Like, I used to watch, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and all of that. I didn't care when the Hardys really went there. I didn't care about them at all, and I stopped watching TNA. But when I saw, what was it? I think it was the final deletion. That freaking thing blew up, and I went back and watched it, and everything that had to do with the Broken Hardys, I completely watched. I didn't go and watch TNA per se, but everything that had to do with them, and that whole gimmick, I went back and watched. I saw when they had like the full episode there, that whole tag team thing. Right. Everything they did was just freaking amazing. He really reinvented himself. And from a lot of people saying, Matt was never really the one that was the important Hardy. It was more about Jeff all the time. Matt has now flourished, and now he's like at the head of it now. He's like the ringleader of the whole thing. And it made me care about him a lot more, and Jeff Hardy, because I used to be the biggest Jeff Hardy mark of all time. That's a whole nother story. But like this whole thing with them like holding out and not letting them use it in WWE, it's petty. It really is. Because like you said, the new company Anthem came in thinking they owned everything, but the old owners of TNA was like, hey, this is your thing. We're just allowing you to use it on our show. It's not like they created it and was like, yeah, we own this whole thing. You guys didn't come up with anything. This is ours. No, the new company is coming in and trying to cock block them from using it in other places, especially the WWE, because they know how much money WWE can make from it and how much more attention they will get from them being broken. This is like the biggest thing in the past few years that's happened, and they're just not letting them use it. It's just so stupid.
I would be butthurt if I was TNA that you're about to lose, like you're trying to compete with the WWE and you're about to lose something that was created on your program to the WWE. However, they didn't have to lose it if they just given the Hardys the right deal or whatever. And,
exactly.
And they didn't. If I was WWE, I would just do everything I could to buy this or just do it anyway. I mean, I don't know what the situation is.
Hey Hey Joe, I appreciate everything you do for your fans. I enjoy watching everything and I have been watching you for over a year. You are why I got into YouTube. #Jarmy for life. I'm only making money doing graphic design work. I don't have 10,000 views yet, no ads.
Hey, Too Soft Show, man. Thanks for the donation, dude. And yeah, we'll get you on the show eventually too. I liked what you were saying. Yeah, we just got to get your better microphone set up, I think. And because yeah, people just, you don't have to have the best equipment, because like I started this show with terrible equipment, but it wasn't like too terrible, but it wasn't the best. But people will listen if you're good anyway. So yeah, dude, thank you for that. Maybe send me some of your graphic design stuff. Maybe I'll buy some images or something of you sometime. Let me know, man. Thank you for the $5 though. I appreciate that. And thanks to you guys for supporting the show, because we'd be dead if it wasn't for you. I would be looking for two separate jobs, and I'd be leaving YouTube, and I'd be doing one video every week or something, because YouTube is dead right now. But not the donators, and the Patreon support is big time as well. And now I'm trying to make sure I get partnered on Twitch. And I'm telling you once again, I am not doing any less content on YouTube. I'm doing the same content I ever did over there, but we're going to be doing more stuff on Twitch and other places. So I'm going to be essentially doing more work. And I think it's smart to do more work and to do more work on other channels as well besides YouTube, but without, you know, getting rid of content on YouTube. So I'm not doing that. I'm just doing more work, which is, you know, some of those people freaking out like, oh, God, he's leaving. I'm not leaving at all. So you'd be dumb to leave there. But VidMe has been killing it for me. VidMe has been really nice. They've been putting up my videos on trending pages and picking my stuff. Like, you know, VidMe picks top 5 things. Pretty fucking awesome. Let's take a call from an old friend. Tyler, how you doing, man?
What's up, Joe?
Good, man. It's good to hear from you. I haven't talked to you in forever. You hear me?
There goes Skype again, right?
Might be Skype, yeah. Tyler, can you hear me? Oh, he's calling back. Yeah, it's something wrong with Skype. Tyler, make sure your Skype is up to date. There's a lot of new updates for Skype, so just make sure your Skype is up to date. I'm gonna try to invite you to a call, Tyler. Just call me. Just accept the call. Maybe I can get you on here. Hey, Tyler, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I talked to you. It's good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you too, Joe.
Sorry about the Skylar donation.
Oh, that's all right. I've actually lost 53 pounds, so.
That's badass, dude. Well, that guy's a little bigger than you are by far. But yeah, basically,
yeah,
for people that don't know, like Tyler used to call the show all the time, and Tyler's a good dude. But Tyler got mad at me at some point and kind of went crazy. And
yeah,
so
and I regret that.
I took a stab at him by making that donation, but people love the donation now, and I like you, and I don't hold grudges. So I'm happy you're here, and I did take that donation away, but God damn it was so popular I brought it back. But how are you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing good, Joe.
Well, that's good, man. How's the kid?
My 2-year-old's doing good. She's not walking yet, but.
All right, well, she will.
Yeah, she's standing though, but she's not walking yet.
Oh, that's good. My you know, they all walk at different ages. All of my kids walked at different ages.
Yeah, but my daughter's got epilepsy, so.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. That'll be tougher. Yeah, but she'll do it though.
Oh yeah.
There's kids that don't walk until like 5 and stuff. So I mean, you know, she'll get there. My one, how old's Finn? Was he? What was it? February, March, April, May? He's like a year and 3 months, and he just now is standing around and walking a little bit. So.
Yeah, my daughter was born in March, so yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, hey, man, what's been up with the wrestling? What are you thinking today? What's on your mind?
I don't get why Impact wants the freaking broken gimmick. It's not their gimmick, so why they want to trademark it when it's not their gimmick?
Well, that's exactly probably because they're assholes. I mean, really, I think, to be honest, I mean, that's the name. I get that they're trying to protect their brand or whatever, but this isn't protecting their brand. Like, you know, Jeff Jarrett knows this. I've spoken to so many people that know Jeff. You know what I mean? We're talking about, like, Road Dogg and other people like that. Like, people are just, like, beside themselves, especially, who is it, Jim Cornette and other people. They're beside themselves because Jeff Jarrett knows this is, like, a PR nightmare. He knows, like, that we shouldn't be doing this. Like, most of the wrestling people, like, who are involved with TNA Impact, none of those guys want this to happen. They're all like, dude, let's not do this. We're trying to build the company. And basically, Anthem, and there's Ed Norholm or Ed Nordum, I don't know what his name is. These guys are the ones doing it, not, like, Jeff Jarrett. They want nothing to do with this shit. They know that this is bad press and it's hurting them. So, again, there's always somebody. There's always somebody in TNA at the top who's cock blocking the rest of the crew. Before it might have been Dixie Carter. Before it might have been people that Dixie Carter had working there. And now you put on new people in there like Bruce Pritchard and Jeff Jarrett. And now it's not even them. It's literally Anthem and the people that own Anthem cock blocking it. You know, as much as I'm pissed at Dave Rose right now, he nailed it with the fact that this company just wants to make money off of stuff for no reason, and they don't care about the wrestling and some of these other things.
Nope.
So they don't know what they're doing. If they were smart, they would have moved on from this. I think that they also think this keeps them in the news all the time, so that is a good point. But just take a look at their viewership and the negativity. I was promoting them. If they weren't doing this, I'd be giving them a fair shot. I refuse. I know that the wrestlers there don't deserve it, and I know that those people are working hard, but I honestly hope this company tanks. 250,000 viewers last week.
Wow, that's horrible. That's freaking terrible.
Are you kidding me? Like, that was the second lowest rating of the year.
You get more views than that,
I did watch it Thursday, Joe. I actually did watch it, and it was actually pretty decent. But like I said, they need to just leave alone the gimmick, give it to WWE and the Hardys, and call it good.
It's like they treat their talent like shit, and then once their talent wants to go on and do better things, they're just like, whoa, 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 whoa. We know you created this, but we're going to say we created it because we don't want you to succeed, because we want more money. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. And that's basically what they've been... They're holding it hostage, and that's what Matt Hardy... Now, I mean, it's not even Rebby anymore. You know, Karen Jarrett taking shots at, basically Rebby Hardy and stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, you take shots at Rebby. It's like, you're fucking... Didn't you fucking, like, cheat on Kurt Angle with Jeff Jarrett and, like, fuck a million guys or something? Like, you know, just shut up. You know, and Rebby Hardy could kick her ass. But
easily.
You know, they're crapping on them, and basically Rebby Hardy and Matt, the fact that they're bitching right now on Twitter tells you that they must be losing, or at least they're tied up in court, which is what I said. You know, I said this to JD. I was really, really worried because this thing could be tied up in court for months, and if it gets tied up in court in months, you know, it doesn't matter if TNA wins eventually or loses or whatever. We all lose because you don't get to see the broken gimmick in the WWE.
Nope.
And then bringing them back is pretty much obsolete. It would make no sense. If they're not going to be broken, then they're just a nostalgia act. We don't want to see that for too long. We want to see them broken, damn it.
Yeah. I am happy to see them back as themselves, but something has to happen soon because I'm already kind of bored. Because they're also trying, if you've noticed, they're trying to kind of keep them off camera from doing any promo stuff, and because it's almost like they're sort of trying to keep it on the lowdown until the lowdown. Keep them. What the fuck? Keep them low key until you know, they can do the broken thing. That way you don't get too much exposure to whatever. You know, I don't know, but. That's verified from most of the people that I talk to. And speaking with Matt himself, you know, without going into things that I've been told because I can't say, I want to say, but I can't say, you know what the funny thing is? One of my last DMs was, can I talk about this? And I didn't get a response. So I'm like, oh, no, because I've been told some other things, but I can't say it because I asked if I could say it, and I can't because he didn't tell me yes or no yet. But sometimes he takes 2 weeks to get back to me, like legit. Like it will take 2 weeks, and then like it seems to be every time I ask him a question or we get in a conversation, like it's like a snail mail conversation, and then he'll come back and be like, he'll answer me for in 3 sentences, and then it's like, okay, if I ask another question, I can expect an answer back in a week or two. Yeah, but I gotta give Matt Hardy some big time credit with all the DMs he gets, with all the stuff he's doing. Fucking what a guy to be like, I'm gonna take the time to write back to Joe Cronin in my DMs. I don't get back to half the people that DM me sometimes. So, I mean, thank you. You know, like to Matt Hardy, I got this guy's back, dude, because that's pretty badass.
You guys went up to him and he was just like, "Oh, hey Joe, what's up?" Like, you know, I was like, "What the hell? That's cool."
Well, dude, he's like, "Hey, Joe Cronin." I'm like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "Hey, JD." It was, and then when he did JD's, he was like, "This is for your off the script show, right?" And JD was like, "What?" Yeah, it was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
I love that little promo that Matt Hardy did for JD. That was awesome.
That was good, dude. You know what my favorite part was Jeff, because when I first went up to them, I said it in the video, but you can see it in the video. But I did a video. I did a song, the "Fuck That Owl" song, and then I did the video where I said buy the "Fuck That Owl" T-shirt and everything. And when I was walking up to them, Matt Hardy was trying to tell Jeff. He's like, Jeff, this is the guy. This is the "Fuck That Owl" video guy. And then Jeff was like, oh shit, you're the fucking fuck that owl. And he was like doing everything I said in the video. And he was like, dude, Jeff's been watching that over and over all weekend or whatever. No and I was like, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy. So yeah, dude, that's why everybody was like, oh, you worried about Ryback beating you up? I'm like, nah, dude, the Hardys are here with me. They'll beat the shit out of Ryback. A pit of spikes. We'll take another call, guys, if you want to call. 339-226-6610. Hit me up on Twitter at Joe Cronin JCS. And shout out to Carlos, who made me some unbelievable backgrounds. Carlos has been killing it. Like, these backgrounds are freaking awesome. Like, look at this one for Backlash. This is going to be a great one. I'm in love with these backgrounds, dude. Thank you, Carlos, for these. I'm gonna use them as much as I can.
Yeah, I like those layouts, too, that he did. Those were pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude. I was like, wow. Nice. I was like, dude, why did you do? What the hell, dude? I didn't even pay him or anything. He was just like, here you go. And I was like, everybody was like, are you the guy that does JDs? Because they look good. And he said, no, he's not. So that Backlash is going to be pretty sick. So thanks to Carlos. I should do a better job on Photoshop, but I'm just kind of lazy as shit.
I use Canva.com for my layouts and thumbnails.
Oh, that's cool.
I've been trying with Photoshop. I'm getting better at it.
Hey, Joshua Lopez, what's up? Yeah, you'll get better at it. Watch some tutorials and fuck around. Hey, Josh, man, you're live. What's up, dude? How you been?
I'm good. And you, man?
Yeah, you're live. What's up?
I'm good. That was cool, man. Not much, man. I'm just caught your Twitch right now, and I decided to call in. I was too lazy to put on my mic, so I might as just well call in on my phone instead.
I was gonna say normally you sound amazing on the phone, so I was like, what's wrong with your connection? But no, yeah, mobile phone makes sense. You sound okay though. The phone sounds fine, but yeah, normally.
Yeah, because normally, and it's funny because like the mic I use, it's the mic that you hate. It's the Blue Snowball. Which
really?
Is funny.
That's what I'm using right now.
I normally do hate that mic. You know, I almost. Is there something with the Blue Snowball that I'm missing? Like, is there a different way to connect it? Or because, like, some people use it and it sounds great. Other people use it and it sounds like shit.
Well, it's because maybe you have to use a pop filter. Because when I bought the Snowball Ice, because there's like 2 or 3 variations of the Snowball. There's the Yeti, and then there's like one that actually has like a switch from behind. I don't know what it was. But I got the Ice, and when I got recommendations about it, somebody told me, said, you got to get a pop filter for that, and I got it, and it sounded pretty good, so I was like, I might as well work with that.
Yeah, that's what I did, too. It's like a setting on the back of it, and then I bought a little pop filter for it, so hopefully it sounds good, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's more than that, because, like, it's not just that it sounds like good, because it probably does sound better with a pop filter, but, I mean, there's some that sound just smooth and nice, like with like a very warm, nice sound, and then there's other times when it sounds like a tin can. So yeah, maybe I'll get one just to review, like just to see. Like I mean, I'm usually really against it. And Jake sounded like shit. Jake bought one and he sounded like shit. And then he started using his Guitar Hero mic and it sounded amazing. And I remember when Tommy C used to be on my show, he used a Guitar Hero mic and it sounded fabulous. And then he then he bought something else, or I don't know what happened, but yeah, and then Jake sounded better on the Guitar Hero mic too, and I'm thinking of sending him the what the hell is it called? Shit, I don't even remember. It's like a $50 mic, and I use it upstairs. It's a handheld. It's got a USB and an XLR connection, and it sounds awesome.
Oh, isn't that the Technica or something like that?
The Audio Technica. Yeah, it's like $50.
Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
I think Steven Richards uses that.
Steven Richards, like the wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I follow him, and I love listening to his stuff, too.
That's the podcast?
That's the mic. Yeah, he's got a good podcast. That's the mic that's the one me and JD used at WrestleCon in the booth for the podcast live we did. It was like covered up because it had like a mic flag over it, then the thing. And I started looking at it, and I was like, he's like, you got to get really close to it. You got to get right up in it. And I'm like, really? I'm like, is it the Audio Technica? I just got one of these. He goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, I know this mic because it's good for, like, I have 3 kids, so like in the background if kids are screaming, it's like the best mic because if you pull it away from yourself, it doesn't pick up anything, or it picks up very little, so it's the best mic to basically use when you got noise in the background, if anybody's wondering. But
I like to get one.
What?
Mm-hmm. I like to get one in the future.
Yeah, I might get one.
I saw your video when you reviewed like a bunch of different microphones, and that one sounded good, like to block out the noise in the background.
Yeah, it sounded pretty damn good. It sounded pretty good. Josh, what do you got, man? What are you thinking about wrestling-wise?
Wrestling-wise, I think it's bullshit what TNA is doing with the broken gimmick, man.
It is.
We're holding it hostage.
It is bullshit.
They're holding it hostage, man. I don't know how anybody can support them at this point.
Yeah, I mean, because like ever since at first I was not a fan of it. I was like, what the fuck is going on with Matt with this Brother Nero stuff? And then I just watched the first thing that they did where they're like, Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. And I was watching like EC3 spoof of it, and I'm like, I'm loving this shit.
Yeah, you know, I gotta be honest. The EC3 spoof, like I started liking it just before that, but I had criticized it myself at first. But then when I saw the EC3 spoof, then I really started loving it. Like I really that actually, you gotta give some credit to EC3 because that made me like it even more. That was really funny.
Colt Cabana's reaction to it was glorious, man. When I saw it on Facebook, he was like, this is the most amazing thing I ever seen.
Yeah, like it blew up. That's why I started seeing it. Everybody on Twitter was just sharing it. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was that was a great time. Like that's kind of a moment in wrestling. I'll never forget that. I'll be like, you know, that'll be up there with like a lot of other moments, like the CM Punk pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, remember when Matt Hardy?
Oh, yeah.
It was summertime too. I'll be like, remember that summer with the deletions? Like that was so great.
That was unforgettable. And I was starting to watch TNA. My interest of TNA renewed back then because of it. But then after when Corgan left, and then like Matt left, I was like, that was it. And then all the shit that was going on with TNA, I'm just like, I'm done with TNA for good, man.
Yeah.
So I can't get back into it. I just feel bad for the talent that's still there because there is still good people in there now.
If I worked at TNA, I don't know what they're doing right now, but if I worked there, I would have EC3 versus Eli Drake for like a title, and I would have them like in a feud for the whole summer. I'd be like, EC3 and Eli Drake are going to have this feud. Because those guys are fire on the mic, and when they go off on each other, like off script, it's the greatest thing. Like they really do a great job. EC3 and Eli Drake is money on the mic, and I think would be money for selling a pay-per-view or selling an event or whatever. So if they're not doing it, it's a mistake. They got to put those guys together. I remember EC3 saying he was going to piss on the ashes or somebody. Or
damn,
it was great, dude. I don't remember.
Savage, man.
Sister Abigail's ashes? The fuck?
I never want to see Sister Abigail at this point because
it's too late now. Like they just built it up for so long, and it's past.
Yeah, that gimmick.
The whole Wyatt thing, man. Ever since WrestleMania, it was just the way I feel about Wyatt is like Wyatt's the relationship with that girl that you want to be with so bad for whatever fucking reason. It can't happen.
Yeah.
It can't happen.
They probably should have did the Sister Abigail thing at like Elimination Chamber, like have her maybe standing on top of the whole thing, and then just like go dark and you just see her up there or some shit. I don't know, something like that. They could have did, but it's just too late to do all of that now. He's back on Raw, or whatever the hell they were doing.
Yeah, everybody in the chat's been telling me that I accidentally left the title in his Hearthstone, so sorry about that. I just fixed it to state of the WWE in real life, but hey, fuck it. I got a Murloc deck still in Hearthstone as well, so, you never know.
I'm actually going to like that feud between Wyatt and Finn Balor. That's actually going to be a good rivalry.
Between who and Finn Balor or Wyatt? Yeah, I think that could be good. That really could be good for both of them to build Finn back up and, hopefully, I just hope they let him go at it. I hope they say, guys, go out there and have some brutal matches, If they could do that, maybe Extreme Rules match and stuff like that, that would be really good. That would help out both guys, but I think Bray Wyatt continues to be booked wrong. I mean, they can't get this shit right.
WWE, they keep booking Bray Wyatt wrong.
He should have never moved to Raw.
It's sad for him.
If I had the decision, I would have had Wyatt go over at Mania and keep the belt and send Orton to Raw and trade in still for like Sami Zayn or something, because you would still have Zayn and Owens on SmackDown, plus you would have still had Wyatt, in my opinion, as champ on SmackDown. That's just me, really.
Hey,
Randy as champ does nothing.
What you just said is better than what they're doing right now. And, you know, the only thing I'll say right now is the first time I cared about the belt or realized the belt was involved, because it didn't even feel like Bray Wyatt was the champion at WrestleMania. The only thing that's made it a little bit more relevant is Jinder running away with it and whatever, and then having to give it back. I mean, and that's terrible, right? Because like this is like a throwaway booking, right? Like this is like a episode of Star Trek where if anybody ever like really if you ever watch Star Trek, it's like or a TV show, like they always had to have these like cheap episodes where it was like they didn't leave the ship, or you know, like a couple of your favorite characters get stuck in a well and they do it because the budget is gone and they have to skimp out on episodes. That's what this is like. This is one of those like just, you know, get this throwaway rivalry going, but it's actually better than what they've been doing, which is retarded, but whatever.
You know, it's somebody different.
I mean, and I'm pretty surprised about Jinder Mahal because he comes off really good on the mic. Like he sounds like I don't know, it might be a weird example, but he sounds like a WWF sort of heel from like the late 80s, early 90s. You know, when you had like Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, he could fit in that realm. But if I would push him, I would push him like what Muhammad Hassan was supposed to be. And the only reason why they dropped Hassan is because of the London bombings, and that thing was just way too much. And they're saying, like, WWE, you can't have this guy on TV anymore.
Filler episodes, yes.
He was an amazing heel. So.
Yeah, dude, he was, and I don't know, it'd be good. I mean, I hope they can just get this belt off Randy soon, because he sucks.
Oh, and it's like Jinder comes across with like legit heel heat, which is something we don't see a lot because a lot of heels we like to cheer for. And it's like, this guy's a dick. Like, I don't like him. Like, I like him, but I just don't like him. It's like the wrestling in like kayfabe land. You're just like, oh, I freaking hate this guy. This guy's a douche. But then you're just like, man, this guy's actually a good worker or something. It's something you can actually get behind because it's different.
Right.
So it's like, oh, he came from the Indies. Let's just cheer for him. You know, he's getting heat.
I never liked Jinder Mahal, but Jinder Mahal is a good wrestler. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I don't know if I like love him as a wrestler, but he's just right now he's like entertaining me stupidly, like in not a great way, but a good enough way. You know, he seems like he's on steroids. I mean, Ryback's saying he's on steroids for sure, but then again,
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think that's funny.
Another hypocritical statement from him.
Yeah, it is hypocritical. Josh, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. 678, what's up?
What's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Dude, what do you think about the Raw and SmackDown after the brand splits? How do you think it's going so far?
Bad. Well, bad now. It wasn't after the split. Like they kind of proved me wrong a little bit because Raw continued to be bad. But what happened was Raw continued to be bad, but SmackDown got better. But now it seems like SmackDown's got a little worse, and Raw got like slightly better. So we're kind of like it's not. But to me, that's worse. So right now it's not going good. This is bad. Like we're entering like pre brand split right now because pre-brand split barf shit pre-brand split SmackDown was almost like just meaningless. Like it really wasn't anything. And so now it's starting to kind of trend back downward. That's not good. And Raw raised its game slightly. It's almost like they traded one writer or something, somebody's influence, so that Raw got like slightly better and SmackDown got slightly worse. But now you're talking about both shows potentially, you know, Raw being a 3 or 4 and SmackDown being a 5. But SmackDown was like a 6 or 7, and Raw was a 3, and so it's just bad. It's not good. Something's wrong, and I don't know if they're gonna fix it soon enough. Maybe they just need to figure out the talent pool that they have now, and SmackDown needs to write some better storylines. You know, you also gotta take into consideration that Raw overrides everything. Everybody on Raw and WWE, when it comes to WrestleMania, you know, everything that Raw wants to do and everything the WWE wants to do, they start bleeding into SmackDown, where SmackDown says, well, we had this plan for this guy and that plan. And Raw and Vince McMahon probably start saying, well, no, we want this to happen at WrestleMania. So SmackDown's kind of being controlled. But once you get away from Mania, now it's SmackDown's turn. Now it's, okay, guys, do whatever the hell you want, as long as it doesn't interfere with something that Raw wants to do in the future. So you got to believe that the closer you get to SummerSlam or the closer you get to WrestleMania, the more Raw and Vince McMahon start imposing their creative on SmackDown, and that's something we know. They've done it before. They did it with The Undertaker, and everyone, all the officials that I speak to in WWE absolutely 100% told me that they had no fucking idea that Undertaker was going to all of a sudden go to Raw. They had plans written, and they were figuring stuff out, and next thing you know, you don't get him anymore. What? We already did this on SmackDown. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
it's like he went there, confronted them, and just put his dick on the table like, yeah, if you let this brand down, I'm coming for you. And then he just went to Raw like, you know what, screw SmackDown. No more, SmackDown's my home. Whatever. Screw you guys.
Right.
Like, what? It didn't make sense.
Hey, 678, man. What else you got, dude? Anything?
No, the thing that I'll say about the brand split is before the brand split, SmackDown was pointless. It did make SmackDown like increase the viewership and stuff, but like it's super brutal, bro. Like the titles are like super devalued. Like I'm about done with Lesnar as champion. I mean, I got over Lesnar 2 years ago when he won the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm sick
when
of
he
him
held it
too.
to Mania. You know,
I think,
after that, it's like
well, because people wanted to see him take the belt off Goldberg at this point, but yeah, dude. I'm sick of Brock. I'm sick of this title being. It's not an attraction anymore. It's annoyance, and it's a detriment to the title.
Like, the title just got introduced.
Yeah, it really, like, this title couldn't be any worse. First of all, everyone booed it and hated what it looked like. Second of all, Finn Balor got it, wins it, and then goes down with an injury, and immediately it's off him. And it's, oh my God, this is the worst, like, title ever. Like, just delete this fucking thing. Delete. Somebody, damn it, who was it? It was, DJ Anime 2016 says, why are they calling Nakamura the artist known as Nakamura on SmackDown?
That sounds like a Vince move.
That is a Vince move. I totally agree with that.
They're calling
King
him
of Strong Style. No, he's the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
They're calling him that because they're fucking idiots. That's the only thing I can think of.
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
What the fuck? He's the king of strong style. He's not an artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. It makes no sense. They're trying to water him down. But then they're trying to build him up at the same time. Like, what?
Yeah, dude, it makes no. It's like it literally is the dumbest thing. You should be totally pushing strong style. Like there should be.
You should be pushing that, but no, WWE's got to be dumb and be little idiots.
Yeah, I mean, if you start calling this guy strong style, you know, people in the crowd that don't know what that is or what he's talking about are going to be like, that sounds cool. What is that? And then when they see him doing stuff and then you say strong style, that's cool. But when you start calling him the artist known as, like, people are just like, what? Like,
it's like you're just trying to put him in there with everybody else like he's just regular. He's not regular. He's special. He does different things than everybody else does.
He does.
Wasn't Joey, who's the guy on the indies that does all the dick stuff? Joey something,
Joey Ryan?
Joey Ryan.
Yeah, Joey Ryan.
Did he do King of Schlong style? Like,
Yes,
he did.
That's right.
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
I like I didn't remember, but I was like, he must have done that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Too bad. I was gonna do it otherwise.
Damn.
Oh man. Well, guys, anything else on your mind? Anybody's mind, like you itching or bothering about, or you want to talk about real quick before we finish it up?
Something small, I guess. Did you hear that Becky Lynch says she wants to turn heel again?
Who wants to turn heel? Who, Becky?
Becky Lynch, yeah.
Oh, I could. Yeah, she's kind of dull the way she is. So, hey,
Yeah.
King of Mustard, $10 donation. What's up?
Hey Joe, Porridge Silt here. Great to see you on Twitch. Cheers.
Thanks, man. Hey, King of Mustard and Porridge Silt. He decided to be King of Mustard. I don't know why, but that sounds sexual. Thank you, Porridge Silt, for the big-time $10 donation. The perfect 10. What the hell are we talking about?
Dillinger, I just saw a video. He did, like, the perfect 10 people's elbow. It was freaking amazing.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
Crazy.
What is, Tommy NC 2010 just sent me his latest rap song, so that will be interesting to play. On Monetize this Friday. Am I gonna be here this Friday? Yeah, I'll be this Friday. Monetize this on YouTube, so we'll play whatever the hell Tommy's come up with. Who knows how bad or
bear
good.
again?
Maybe. It worked pretty well last week. I was so tired last week, and everybody was out for Cinco de Mayo that I figured, you know what? I'm going to do something weird. Because I felt the show needed it, and I think it saved the show, so I'm going to go with that. I love that Hardy's called out Impact. You know, people... I just think everybody should attack them at this point. Because F them.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they just need to get this broken thing in WWE. It needs to be there.
Kenny Omega... I'm just trying to see what he said about this. Okay, so... Well, okay, Kenny Omega is talking about using... Seth Rollins using the Reign... trigger in WWE. He says, I'm cool with it, examining their execution. It hardly appears like the same move anyway. Now in 2017, almost every move has been created to make something new. Sometimes the only way is to add your own spin on pre-existing move. I have a fairly original move set, but I do have a dragon suplex in my arsenal. I make that look fresh by adding a snap and keeping it low to the ground. It looks original, but at the end of the day, it's just a dragon suplex. So... I mean, I think Kenny kind of probably laughed like dickhead or something, you know, but at the same time, he's not going to show that he's upset even if he was. So I think that's pretty classy, Kenny, you know, because you could easily be like, yeah, the big-ass WWE decided to take my move or whatever.
Yeah, he seemed pissed at first.
Oh, yeah,
he was just like, oh, it's fine, you know, whatever.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Everybody's still... I mean, the fact that, you know, Seth does it and everyone talks about Kenny... That kind of tells you something about his popularity, and I think the only thing that I'd be concerned about if I was Kenny, to be honest, is the fact that he could probably be coming to the WWE, and now it's like, well, now Seth is doing that there, so can I still do that? Or if that's his finishing move, you know, he kind of uses it as like a power setup move that happens once in a while. So now it's like, does he have to get rid? You know, you kind of got to get rid of it because now it's that guy's finisher. So you can't just do that in a match and. I never had a problem with it. I always said it's just down to the commentators to be like, well, you know, that's the move we see from Seth Rollins as his finisher, but obviously, you know, it's not quite as fine-tuned for Kenny. You know, Kenny doesn't, you know, you can make it seem like, well, Seth Rollins has really perfected the move, you know, so that he is, you know, he's made it work for him. He knows how to hit it 100% every time, where other guys don't quite. You know, so if you paint it like that, it's a little bit more believable. Hard to paint the leg drop from Hulk Hogan like that, but... you know, whatever.
That's storytelling, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what an interesting concept. Tell the story about why this guy uses it as his finisher and this guy uses it as a setup. What the hell?
Right.
Yeah, but Kenny Omega's got the one-wing angel. That's really his special.
Yeah, that's what. Well, yeah. And who knows what will be next to be taken. Tyler, man, thanks for joining me tonight, Tyler. How's your YouTube going? What's your YouTube?
Hit Squad Radio on YouTube.
All right, baby. Thanks, Tyler, for calling tonight.
Yep.
Oh, shit, I think I cut him off. But sorry, Tyler, gotta go. BSP Wrestling Show, right? Is that your YouTube link, or just gotta search BSP?
Yeah, you could just search BSP. It'll pop up, but it's BSP Wrestling Show.
All right, man. Hey, listen, I really thank you guys for joining us on Twitch tonight. I'll be doing more streams on Twitch. I'll be doing more podcasts like this on Twitch. I will be gaming on Twitch. I do Hearthstone and WWE and Diablo, and I'll be doing some Resident Evil and some other shit and probably some Halo. I still stream on YouTube as well, and still doing all the same shit on YouTube, VidMe as well. But right here on Twitch, I hope you guys can follow me if you enjoy the content. If WWE and wrestling ain't your thing, I'll be doing more podcasts on other shit, movies and whatever else constantly, plus streaming video games as well. So be following me to check that stuff out. And again, BSP Wrestling Show, thanks, man, for stopping in and being essentially the co-host today. It looks like you were the only one of the new people that called tonight, but thanks for calling in, man. It was good stuff.
Man, thanks for having me on. It's a freaking honor, man. This is incredible.
Thank you, dude. I'll talk to you though on Twitter.
All right, cool, man.
All right. Thanks, man. Very good from him. I just hung up on him. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks to everybody who donated live, for supporting the show with some of your money, and everybody that you're seeing basically following the channel here on Twitch. And you guys absolutely kicked ass tonight, so again, thank you for that. And I will see you next time for State of the WWE. We will be uploading this episode of State of the WWE to the YouTube channel as well. I believe this is episode 95 of State of the WWE. Follow me and subscribe to me on YouTube if you haven't subscribed to me yet. It's youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. We are approaching 50,000 subscribers on YouTube with about 1 million views a month. Thanks to you guys. and I'll see you later. I'll be on Twitter at Joe Cronin JCS. I might even stream some Hearthstone on Twitch later on again. So I'll see you there if you join me for that. Plus, you can also sign up to get alerts when I go live on Twitch. Make sure you do that. It's not like YouTube where the alerts don't friggin' work. They actually work on Twitch, so that's cool. See you later, guys. Guys, the WWE itself is a sponsored affiliate on the Joe Cronin Show. Let's face it, that's pretty freaking awesome. And speaking of freaking awesome, check out the WWE shop, because right now, guys, the link is in the description box down below. When you use the link, you're gonna get the special deals on WWE shop. So if you were ever going to purchase anything wrestling oriented on the WWE website, well, use my link below, because you'll save and we'll get credit here from the WWE. And we'll get a pat on the back too, and they might start to like us a whole lot more. Plus, down below in the description box near the link, I've also included my special coupon codes. So not only can you save on that deal, but you'll save with the coupon codes on the website as well. Thank you so much to the WWE and WWE shop. Guys, the website is full of awesome stuff like title belts, toy figures, t-shirts, and all kinds of other crazy memorabilia, and even awesome signed plaques, WWE ring pieces, signed autographs from Finn Balor, AJ Styles, you name it, it's all there, even Roman Reigns if you want. WWEshop.com. The link's in the description box down below on this video. Check it out. We get paid, you save, and you get some cool wrestling stuff. Thanks to the WWE.
The club is calling. Cronin Club. vid.me/Joe Cronin Show. Vid.me, where Joe Cronin is unfucking filtered and really fucked up. Head over to vid.me/Joe Cronin Show and listen to Joe unfiltered about every fucking thing. Subscribe to vid.me/Joe Cronin Show for just $4.
eStories is one of the biggest suppliers of audiobooks. That's right, the books that are in audio form so you can listen to them instead of read them. Many of us do this now. Well, you guys know that times are tough on YouTube. Thank God there's patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Tons of you guys really, it's really awesome that you've all gone over there. We have over 100 patrons now supporting the show. You guys have come in clutch, and we're still looking to get there, and I think we can. I interact directly with you guys through messages and polls, and you will get behind-the-scene videos and shoot videos on things that nobody else gets to hear, plus the bonus ones. Everything is over there, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. It's been great to talk to you guys over there and have the community that we have. So thank you so much for supporting. And if you haven't become one yet, get over there and become a member of the Cronin Club. I appreciate you guys for supporting the show.